welcome to my little urban homestead. A little update on Mason. He had his first walk on Saturday, or should I actually call it a drag, because he does not like going on his lead. I took a better footage of him first time I put him on the lead in the living room. I'll show you that now. There, he's ready and he doesn't like it. Come on. I've persevered and taken him out, and for the first couple of minutes he quite enjoys it. After that he's all round my feet, under my feet, nearly legging me over, and starts whimpering. And or sometimes he's just trying to pull away, especially when we're walking back towards the house. He starts pulling on the lead because he knows he can go back in and he doesn't, and come off the lead. So I'll keep persevering and see how it goes on. With the majority of my preserving done now, there's just bits and bobs, but there's nothing urgent that needs sorting out. Like the tomatoes and that, they're so frozen. I'll sort them out another time. Especially when it's more wintry weather and colder. I don't mind the cooker going and getting their house warm. So it serves two purposes then. But the majority of it is actually done now. I've dehydrated everything that I want dehydrating, and I'm basically living off it now. I did the challenge I set myself last month, because I went shopping on the 1st of September, and I set myself a challenge of not shopping for the whole of September. I didn't do a shop for the whole of September. Lurch picked a few things up, like milk, cheese and that, but I didn't actually do a shop. I didn't do a shop until Saturday, which was the 7th, I believe, and I did a shop then and didn't spend that much, about £80, and basically a lot of it was replenishing things that I'd run out of in my extended pantry. So I'm not going to need to go shopping again in October. However, my mother has recently had an operation on her knee, and at the moment she can't drive. My father is unable to drive, so I'm taking her shopping tomorrow. Aldi. I'm there. I probably will buy some things, but it's not going to be a major shop or anything. Probably just milk and I'll freeze it or something. I'll see what they've got on. So, like I said, I am living off my stocks now. In my freezer, my meat drawer, that I basically put everything meat in one drawer. I've got one drawer for fish. The meat drawer does spill over at times, but I'm still living on it. So I think though it'll be next month, it'll be running quite empty. I want that drawer more or less empty. So either November, December time, I'm going the abattoirs to get a load of meat. And so I'll take you along for that and show you where it is I go and what I'm getting this time. But I should say it's easy going to be November, possibly December. Might go just before Christmas. So as the preserving side is done, in the gardens and the polytunnel, all I've got to do is basically tidy and sort it out for the winter. And I'll get round to doing that over the next couple of months. But there's no urgency, there's no rush. I will get round to doing it. On the decorating front, I've just got to finish off the final gloss on the doors upstairs, and that's the stairs done and upstairs done. So we will be moving on to doing the living room at the end of this month. Yes. So I'm going to start a winter project. Something I haven't done in over 25 years. But I kept a lot of the stuff. I'm going to start knitting again. Yes. And so there's this pattern I sent off for, because I kept all the needles but no wool and no patterns. So I've now got a couple of patterns and some wool, and I'm going to start knitting off. That'll tie in with when I'm watching television. I've got Lurch to download me some things regarding dog training, and see how I can help Mason be better and enjoy his walks more. As I was saying the other day, on the medical issues video, is that sort of looking at things that I can do now, but not as well as I did last year, knowing that next year it's going to be more difficult for me. So I decided to actually get rid of the rabbits. And yesterday a gentleman came to both Miles and Penny, and he's not going to have them as a breeding pair. They are pets, so we keep them separate. But apparently his children really want a rabbit, and these are very tame rabbits. Used to being handled and lovely and white. So he took the rabbits away. So I've now got the shed that the rabbits were in. I'm going to dismantle all I built in there, and then decide what I'm going to do with it, which I'm not sure. I may keep the shed, I may get rid of the shed, I don't know. But it's something to look into. I just knew that next year, if I breed them, because I didn't breed them this year, if I breed them, I've got to build the grow out cages and everything for them, and there's a lot of extra workload in cleaning them out, Mum, Dad, and all the little ones, and it's a lot of work to put on myself. So I decided that no, I don't want to put on myself that much that I'm going to make my knees worse. So I am paring down, downsizing, yay! Downsizing on a little homestead. But this is the things I'm going to have to do over the next few years. Keep looking at things, how can I alter them for my benefit. So I've got to be selfish. And that's where I've been. I wouldn't keep Mum, Dad, Penny and Miles as pets because I've done that for a year. I've kept them as a pet for a year. And they're a lot of work for just pets. The chickens are not pets, they are livestock. They are some work, but not as much as Mum, Dad, Rabbit and young rabbits. Mason is a lot of work, but he is a pet, and that is the difference. I am willing to do an awful lot because I think a lot of it is going to be beneficial to me, because I am getting less and less mobility in that with my knees. It's taking him for walks because he's a small dog. He doesn't have to go far, but it means that I am kept mobile every day. So even on a bad knee day, I can just go out and round the block, so I do something, and hopefully that's going to help me. Playing with him, relaxing with him, and it already helps. When I'm feeling totally and utterly stressed out, seeing him walk around with something he thinks he's pinched, which is the brush when we just put a brush, that in his mouth. It's funny. But the reason I get stressed out and that is because it's been over 3 weeks now since I gave up smoking and I moved onto one of these e-fags. It is cheaper and it should be better for me health and that. So, I mean, a few years ago I did actually start using these while I was at work, because you couldn't have a cigarette. You got to go walking ages to get to the cigarette hut, and that's something I didn't want to put on my knees. So I did start using one of these when I was at work, but I still smoke normal cigarettes in the car, at home, outside. But this time I've decided to actually give up normal cigarettes. So I haven't had one in over 3 weeks. Thank you very much. Bye.
It's a